Have you ever wondered why coaches with less certifications than you are making more money than you? Yes, the ones who haven't spent thousands or tens of thousands on courses, the ones who didn't spend months or even years getting qualified. Meanwhile, you did everything right, and you're still not seeing the results that you expected in your coaching business. Well, there's a reason why this happens. And after helping over 150 coaches to start and grow their business, I discovered exactly why. And guess what? It actually has nothing to do with how qualified you are. So in this video, I will show you the 3 things that are keeping certified coaches stuck and what less qualified coaches are doing differently that's actually getting them clients and growing their coaching business. And the best part, you can implement this immediately after this video and start seeing results fast. But before we talk about what to do, we need to look at how certifications might actually be holding you back from making money in your coaching business. So let me show you exactly what I mean. In January of this year, 2 coaches came to me in the same week. Let's call them Coach A and Coach B. So Coach A was fully certified, ICF accredited, NLP, multiple certifications. She's a really intelligent lady. She really knew her stuff. But when it came to joining my program to help her get clients, she said, I just need one more certification and then I'll feel ready. Give me another 12 weeks and then let's speak then. So, okay. Whereas Coach B, on the other hand, didn't have any certifications, just 10 years in a leadership role, and he thought, I can help people with my experience. He joined immediately, launched a messy offer within 8 weeks, and guess who signed 2 clients in week 1 of launching his offer? Coach B. So 12 weeks later, one had high-paying clients, the other had another certification on the wall with 0 clients. So here's the thing, there's always another thing that you could learn, another mental model, another framework, another certification, another box to tick. So what do? Well, you delay, you hesitate. Meanwhile, someone less qualified than you is already creating momentum. Because certifications, they don't create readiness. What they actually create is just the illusion of it. But even when you stop collecting certifications and actually start taking action, there's another reason less qualified coaches are still making more money than you. And unfortunately, this one is really hard to hear. So if you're a coach, you're probably doing all of the right things, right? You're posting online, you're being consistent, you're giving value, and you're finding that it's doing nothing. It's not getting you any messages, any clients, any sales calls. And quite frankly, it just feels like no one cares. And you're wondering, why is this happening? Well, I can tell you, but it won't be nice to hear. Truth is, your content's probably dead. You probably sound like every other coach on the internet. Meanwhile, someone less qualified than you, less experienced than you, is signing clients. So what's actually going on here and what are they doing differently than you? So let me just show you, because I had a client that was struggling with exactly this thing. Her name was Lindsay, and she's great. She's fully certified, knows her stuff, great coach, but her content, it was just vanilla, generic, and quite frankly, very forgettable. So I told her on a call once that no one really cares what you know. They don't care how many certifications you've got. They care about whether or not you understand them and whether or not they can feel seen, heard, and understood through your content. You need to be making content that make people think, wow, this person is in my head. So what did she do? Well, she stopped trying to sound like a really professional coach and she just said what she actually thought. So she threw her phone out, she made a video, it wasn't polished, there was no structure. And that one video outperformed everything that she'd posted in the last month. And this is what you're probably getting wrong. You think being professional, talking about your certifications makes you stand out, but it doesn't. It just makes you invisible. You end up sounding like every other coach on the internet. But the coaches that are making money, they aren't better than you. They're just easy to connect with on a human level. And right now, in the space of AI, that's what people are really crying out for. So what do you actually need to do to solve this problem? Well, the next post that you make, don't teach, don't preach, just get your phone out, say something that you actually believe in. Maybe it's something you hate about your industry. Maybe it's something that's been frustrating you lately. Maybe it's a belief that you'd argue all day for. You need to take a stance, because if you don't stand for something, no one's going to pay attention to you. But here's where it gets interesting. Let's say you fix this. Let's say people start paying attention and you're having more conversations. And you'd probably think that would mean more clients, right? But not necessarily, because most coaches still mess this next part up. And if you don't fix it, none of this works. So this is where everything breaks, right? So you've invested certifications, you've invested time, money, effort, but now when it comes to pricing, you overthink it. You think, is this too much? Will I say no? Am I ready to charge this? So what do? You just play it safe. Then you hop on a call. You know that you can help this person. But when it's time to say the price, you hold yourself back and you don't actually say the number that you want to charge. So let me just give you an example of a client of ours called Joe. So Joe was charging 50 to 80 pound per hour. Great woman, highly trained, multiple certifications. Again, brilliant at what she does. But she told me, Sean, it just feels fair to charge this. So I just said no. I just said, next sales call, charge 1,500. She didn't feel ready. She didn't feel confident, but she did it anyway. And next week, she signed a first 4-figure client. Because here's the truth, like, you're not getting paid based on your qualifications. You're getting paid based on what you're willing to ask for. But less qualified coaches don't wait to feel ready to increase their prices. They just do it. And then they deal with any discomfort afterwards. So here's what you need to do on your next sales call. Simply raise your price to 4 figures. Don't do it when you feel ready. Just do it now. Because waiting is exactly what is keeping you stuck from helping the people that you want to help and growing your coaching business to £5,000 to £10,000 each and every month. Now, here's the most important part of this video, because you can fix your content, you can raise your prices, you can start taking action and still end up in the same place. Overthinking, holding yourself back, second guessing absolutely everything. Because the thing holding you back has absolutely nothing to do with your certification. Because if you're a good coach, you probably already know what you need to do, but you just keep talking yourself out of even doing it. And that's self-sabotage. And even the best coaches on the planet struggle with this. So let's take George, a client of mine. He had a full-time job, no audience, no clients when he started working with us. 8 weeks later, he made 23.5K. Not because he got more qualified, but because he got out of his own way. And most people will watch this video, they'll feel fired up for 5 minutes, and then they'll go straight back to overthinking, playing it safe, holding themselves back, and doing what they've always done. So if you're sick and tired of being the coach with all of the qualifications and none of the momentum, then I need you to click this video here, and I'll show you exactly how we help coaches get out of their own way, take action consistently, and actually build a coaching business that pays them really well.